Shall we start the pledge of allegiance? Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's council meeting. Anyone watching this live on YouTube, if you have any questions or comments, please chat on Twitter. I'll be more than happy to get back with you. May we have roll call, please?
Hofstadter.
Here.
Poland.
Here.
Coffee.
Here.
Khan.
Here.
Shoemaker.
Here.
Vaughn.
Here.
Thank you. May we have a motion to suspend the reading of the minutes?
Second.
Poland.
Aye.
Hofstadter.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Khan.
Aye.
Shoemaker.
Aye.
Coffee.
Aye.
Suggestions or corrections to the minutes?
There is a correction to the minutes. Underneath where it says minutes, motion made by Hofstadter to suspend the reading of the minutes of council held, it should say April 26th, 2021, instead of May.
Other corrections?
There's just one thing I was going to point out. Mayor's Avenue, or she says Mayor's Alley, to be technically correct. It's Mayers Avenue.
Any other corrections? May we have a motion to pass?
So moved.
I'll second.
Who's second first? Coffee.
Aye.
Shoemaker.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Khan.
Aye.
Hofstadter.
Aye.
Poland.
Thank you. Bill Resolution 2021-15, are there any bills this evening? Do we have a motion to pass?
So moved. Second.
Hofstadter.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Khan.
Aye.
Coffee.
Aye.
Poland. Shoemaker.
Aye.
Thank you. Chief? Aye. Thank you. Troy?
All right, design review board will meet on June 2nd, to consider a certificate of purchase application for OSU. P&Z commission will also meet that night at 6:30. Have several more rezoning requests. The first is from Gateway Fellowship. That's the old castle property. They've got a plan in place to put in a technical, vocational, adult education, post-secondary educational school. In their application packet, there were several letters of support from Ashland University and the JBS Center for Buckner, Ashland West Holmes, JBS. So that's the plan at this point. And then also, Stenwood Development is in the process of submitting everything for a rezoning off of Porlo Street, west of Porlo Street, using Sil Perry Street. Multi-lot, pretty large development. Do mix of duplex, triplex, possibly some single unit. 50 some lots was 56, 57 lots was the proposed layout. That'll go to planning and zoning.
That will exclude Garrison Alley, right?
Yeah, they
Okay.
talked to them specifically about that. They have no interest in using Garrison Alley.
Good.
Yeah. Airport Park, Vasco's got us tentatively scheduled to begin grinding out the old court mid-June, late June. Looking at paving or likely July, get the striping done. Received a request from HDM for First Fridays to close South Washington Street, the first block from Jackson to Seattle from 5:30 till whatever the band or music entertainment for the evening is done. I don't think it's typically been late. Could certainly put a time limit on it, so desire.
I talked to Judy last week and she said we'll run till 9.
That's a really easy stretch to separate off. Chief, did we have any issues with that 2 years ago when they did it?
No, I didn't hear of anything.
motion to allow that. And it is the June, July, and August, it's just three events.
Make a motion to approve Con.
I'll second Hoppy.
Con.
Aye.
Coffee.
Aye.
Hostetter.
Aye.
Holden. Lund.
Aye.
Schuster.
Aye.
The North Crawford Street property, about a week ago, I got an email from Omega, the Ohio Mid-Eastern Governors Government Association. The RTPO, which is a regional transportation planning organization that we're a part of in the Omega district. They're looking for, in conjunction with ODOT, they're looking for safety projects in each of those member counties. Holmes County didn't have any applicants, so I submitted the North Crawford Street project. Chris Young actually called me as soon as we both got the email. He called me. He said, "Do you have anything?" "Yeah, I do." We talked about it, and he said, "I'll support that 100%." So we submitted it. It looks. I talked to our rep at Omega, and said this is exactly what we're looking for. Each project's eligible for up to $500,000 in funding. They're not sure on match yet. He said potentially 10% match. I don't anticipate going anywhere near $500,000. Even if we do, I think it'd be 10% match is pretty minimal on a project that big. The other thing they're looking into, at my request, was if that money could be used for acquisition. If we could pick up the next property to the south, which was transferred already, it wasn't purchased recently. But I've I'm in the process of reaching out to the new owners to see if they consider flipping it.
So this grant, it would not cover our initial purchase?
I don't,
That has already happened.
that's another question I have, if we can use that as like an in-kind match. Sometimes that's allowed, we have documentation showing that we purchased it, we can use that purchase price towards our match.
So you were envisioning it for the demolition or for the development after it's demolished?
Both.
Okay.
I'd like to,
The whole thing.
if we get this awarded, whether we can get the next property or not, tear it down, get it graded out, opened up.
Great.
If we get the south property, we can just extend it further and maybe even look at bringing that corner in to get a little better alignment on that. But if we can't, I say we do what we can to improve it.
If we could get both properties, is that something that realigning the road, is that, what kind of permission? I assume the state would have to be involved.
They would be, this is through ODOT, so and I've talked to, one of the district engineers multiple times about this. I keep planting little seeds every chance I get on this one. They're well aware of it and supportive of improving it. Yeah, I'm sure being involved with funding, they'll obviously make sure that they aren't going to fund a project that doesn't meet their design. So they're going to be involved in step one. Okay, great.
Is each county
That's the
eligible
way, yeah.
or
It's,
just one per county and that's?
One project, one project per county. Yeah. So
Okay, that's great.
it's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, that's a great deal.
Jump on it while we can.
We have no competition.
Right. Right.
The comprehensive plan, we've got a initial kickoff meeting starting in June. In talking with Hogemeyer, they would like, so Arnie Oliver, Mark Leininger, and myself are the executive committee. They're looking to set up the steering committee, which will obviously help guide how this is going to go. So they're looking for one, possibly two more reps from the village to be on the steering committee. And then those people would help with the overall guidance of the project, but then also could serve on or participate in any of the workshops as they occur, as well as any of the residents. Whoever wants to be a part of it. I listed out the specific workshop focus areas. If somebody has, a strong urge to participate in agricultural preservation, but not necessarily want to be a part of the economic development, I don't know that the steering committee is the best place for them, but they can certainly participate in the relevant portion, if that makes sense. So having said that, the timeframes are laid out there, the anticipated commitment is there. You guys want to think about it?
Are these
No.
meetings like morning, like all the other meetings in the village, or are they
I
at
don't,
reasonable times?
well, the steering committee is going to be, they thought 12 to 15 people. So I don't, from across the county, so I don't know, I guess I don't know at this point. I think some of them would have to be in after work hours for everybody to be able to participate, if not the majority of them. But I don't know that yet.
So this is just an original committee getting together to start planning, but we're gonna have our own committees for the village of Millersburg, correct?
Within, yeah,
Within the framework of these groups?
correct.
Okay. I'm interested.
So I initially asked when we started this 3 years ago that I wanted to be on that committee.
Yes.
Do you want me to try to find out more info as far as?
If you could, I think that'd be very helpful.
Yeah.
We're gonna be wondering people on there.
Yeah, I think we should. If we can we get more than two?
I just had a brainstorm. I wonder if we could leave a designated council position, not name them, and you guys can,
And then whoever can go,
if
can
you
go.
want to do it that way.
Because if it's during the day, then you could go rather than, yeah,
Or two council positions, I don't care.
yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna try it that way.
Have two
village-
positions and then
two
whoever can go,
Elected
goes.
official representatives.
I like that
covers
idea.
not anybody, proceed that way. Then the only other thing I have is for executive session personnel. Thank you.
Karen?
We thought we were here.
Actually, that's the beauty of this. We just have to ask for Karen.
We don't know.
Whoever answers it. Karen one, Karen two. Thank you. Mr. Hines one.
One of them, I don't have.
Thank you. All right, we'll have a reading of the legislation. Third reading of resolution 2021-13 by title only. A supplemental appropriation resolution for the accumulated leave fund. Are there any questions? Here we have a motion to pass.
Second comment.
Cullen. Khan.
Aye.
Shoemaker.
Aye.
Hofstadter.
Aye.
Coffee.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Thank you. Third reading of ordinance 2021-22 by title only. An ordinance granting approval and consent to the Director of Highway Department of Transportation to apply, maintain, and repair standard longitudinal pavement markings and erect regulatory and warning signs on state highways inside village corporation limits, remove snow and ice, and use snow and ice control material on state highways inside the village corporation limits. Authorize the mayor to sign an agreement with the Director of the Highway Department of Transportation for the removal and control of snow and ice on state highways inside the village corporation limits. Were there any questions?
If we don't pass this, would it have to keep getting brought up?
May we have a motion to pass?
Motion passed on.
Second copy.
Oh,
Khan.
Aye.
Coffee.
Aye.
Hofstadter.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Shoemaker.
aye.
Cullen.
Thank you. First reading of ordinance 2021-13 by title only. An ordinance amending zone map, zone territory to the village of Millersburg. Are there any questions? First reading of ordinance 2021-104 by title only. Ordinance amending zoning map, zone territory of the village of Millersburg. Are there any questions? First reading of resolution 2021-16 by title only. A resolution declaring necessity and intention to appropriate for street and parking lot purposes a fee simple interest into a certain strip of property. Are there any questions? This is in regards to the strip of property that goes on this parking.
What are the steps that this will go through?
After we pass this, they're in the process of doing the title work that's necessary for it. And then we'll get all the errors and all that sort of thing. We're gonna have to do service by publication. And so that takes 6 weeks. But a complaint needs to be plow and then certify all the people. So it'll be, and I can't imagine anybody's going to do a check, so we should be able to get a default check. But it'll still be in the sum.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Any committee reports?
Last week, the Tree City Board met and mulched some of the trees that have been planted in the last few years, as well as trimmed some trees along the main street. And just wanted to give a thank you to Rudy's IGA and Walmart, and Tractor Supply, and Ace Hardware, who all donated mulch for the project, as well as thank you to the small group from the Millersburg Christian Church that came out and helped as well.
One thing I failed to, I guess it's old business as well. I'm sure you all saw the new equipment outside the garage as you came in. That's the first round of 2 of the senior exercise equipment that'll be going up at Deer Run Park. Yeah, so we're hoping to get those installed after next week. This week, it's obviously gearing up for Memorial Day. Guys are pretty close to the cemetery. And then after that, hoping to get those installed. We just met with Carrie McQueen, Health Department today, staked out the locations where they're going to go. The next shipment will be 2 stationary exercise bikes that will be added up there as well. Pretty interesting and excited to get that all put in and get it in use.
Their old business. New business.
Kathy Foster contacted me. She was in the trailer court, and she said that there's a street running right by her place, but she's a spokesman for several people in the trailer court and said it is a village street going into the trailer court, which I never knew, but she's looking for somehow speed bumps or something to slow the traffic.
Which trailer court is this?
I call it Glatz, I don't know.
The 800.
There's the north, you talking the north entrance or the south entrance? I guess you got 2. The one to the south side of the ditch.
Yeah. That's
It's-
probably-
Is that the one that comes around to the park?
Yes, but it's just the east-west portion of it. It's not where you turn.
Oh, it's
off
not
into the
coming
park.
in.
That's private, but yes, it goes back to the second road, I think, and then it stops being public. Somewhere back in there. But yeah, it is a public street. I personally am opposed to speed bumps. Snow plowing, they'll get demolished and it'll tear up trucks and other people's vehicles. So I'm opposed to speed bumps. I think there's other ways to control.
What about normal streets? Just ask
I
that
don't
question.
know. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I-
Yeah.
It'll be miserable for any kids wanting to ride bikes down that street, let me tell you.
Are there signs up?
Signage, is there signage down there?
Additional signs we can do?
I don't know off the top of my head what signage
I thought
there
it
is.
was.
Do you have any idea, chief? No?
Something we can look into.
Yeah.
For some reason, I want to say there is a 10-mile-an-hour sign, whether it's the parks or, I'd have to-
Children's play or something. I thought there was something.
There is a 10-mile-an-hour sign going in, but I don't know anything about coming out. I saw that today.
Although I'm not sure if you do a traffic study, if that's enforceable, it's probably 25 miles an hour unless you do a traffic study
Right.
or speed limit.
See, we've got one comment. You're asking about the flower plants.
I would assume because grasshopper is assume, but I can ask them tomorrow, find out.
You mean the ones hanging from the lights? I thought we weren't doing those because the
No,
swing.
We're gonna go ahead and do them. I'll find out.
Or is there a waiting?
Maybe they were waiting for the frost, because we have
Actually,
late
we have
frost.
late frost. Yeah. I'll ask.
Last week.
That's what I would assume.
Also, I see, that's the schedule. straight tomorrow night?
They did last week.
I think it started last
Yeah.
week.
I missed that.
Or at least I thought I heard.
Yeah, they did by my house.
The other new business. Hearing none, we will have motion to go into executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of public employee.
Make a motion, Con.
Second, Poland. Con.
Aye.
Poland. Vaughn.
Aye.
Coffee.
Aye.
Hofstadter.
Aye.
Shoemaker.
Aye.